Hey!
We're live for the second time.
Third time.
Third time. Hopefully we'll stay this way.
Third time's a charm. Just letting some people know that we are back online.
Yeah. Our hotel Wi-Fi dropping the ball. So but I think we're okay now. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Anyways, okay. So, day 3 at GenCon. I've probably said this. If you were here from the beginning, you've heard this twice before. Day 3 at GenCon is Saturday. It's the busiest of the days. So we went in there, and yeah, it's a horde of people.
Hello.
Hey! But when you're in it, you can't tell. I'm surrounded by 1,000 people. I can't, you go in one day, you're surrounded by like 20, 30,000 people. Go in the next day, if it's 40,000 people, I can't tell.
That's true.
I can't see past the first 10, 20,000. So, it's great though. It was a great show.
Demos were harder.
Yeah, it was harder to get the demos because there's people everywhere taking up our demos. You know, if you're so kind and you see us coming and you're like, hey, Mark and Brittany, please take my seat. That would be great.
No one's gonna do that.
But I wouldn't, just so you know. If the tables were turned, I would not. But I'll definitely accept it. All right. Okay, so first I want to. The burgers.
The burgers were good. We'll give the restaurant that, but I mean, they had an hour to prep them. So
if you guys were following our Instagram story, we went to, what was it called? Burger Study. Burger Study. We went there for lunch and
we want to sit on the patio.
Yeah, and we had our we were about to film our giveaway video for Trudvang with Eric Lang and Fabio Talo, the designers of Trudvang. And so we had lots of time, and we got there, and it took them an hour to make our burger, so we had to just take it to go, and so that wasn't very cool.
It was at the hour mark where we asked for our bill before we even got our food, and then they just brought it in takeout.
No, yeah, they didn't botch the cooking. The burger is actually pretty good.
The burger was very good.
It would have been nice if I could eat it in peace instead of trying to stuff it in my face in 2 minutes.
Out of a box.
Yeah. So, anyways, to get you caught up on.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we discussed this, and we discussed how the person who taught us had no idea what they were teaching us. We thought about actually going there and teaching her how to play this properly because we
felt bad for all the people that might be demoed.
Yeah, so anyways, we went to this restaurant, Granite, yesterday, and we pulled out this bad boy and we played it at the restaurant. Yeah. And it's that level of game. It's the kind of level you can just pull out a restaurant and play. It's simple. Like, we learned it in the lift on the way there. So it's not that difficult to learn at all. Yes, Apache Chief. So we played it yesterday, and we're gonna do a quick little review because we only played it like once properly. Yeah. And Brittany won, so it could have been better if I won. But it's a very simple game. It's just basically you have 3 cards. You play, try to play a higher number than the other person blindly, and then your cards have special abilities. So you're trying to kind of outmaneuver people or outthink them, outplay them, try to guess what they're gonna play, and that's basically it. And every hero has a different set of cards. There's only like 4 different heroes to choose from, and you get familiar with the cards they have available, and everybody only has 1 of each card. So
it's a little bit of luck.
Yeah, so if she played her flash card, I know she's not gonna be able to play her flash card again, and I know what it does because I have the same card in my deck. Because a lot of the cards are, I think half the deck is duplicate. Yeah. Anyways, the game was okay for a game that I paid $15 for, and I can just pull it at a restaurant. And I'm a fan of Super Friends, then yes, I'll buy this. I have no regrets. For $15, and I'll probably play it again. It's easy enough to play with kids, which Brittany likes. She likes that kind of accessibility. Yeah. But other than that, that's done. We played that yesterday, and then the next thing. So now let's get to today. So today, I'm sorry, if I'm looking down.
Oh, they gave us a game. Did you talk about this?
Oh, yeah, sorry. And also, I thought this was kind of neat. Cool. Smirk and Laughter, they have a demo with the restaurant where they give you like a demo of their game, which is called We Need to Talk. So it comes in, that's apparently it's enough cards in here for a 4 to 6 player game. And so that's kind of a neat idea that you go to restaurants around GenCon and they give you a little demo to kind of play. So that was neat. We have not played it. It's sealed, and it suggests not to look through the cards until you're ready to play. So we haven't. Anyways, Next, no, okay, now we're at Gen Con, day one.
Day three.
Day 3. We're at Gen Con. So we headed over to Restoration Games, and because we wanted to play Unmatched, right? We wanted to buy Unmatched, but we didn't buy Unmatched. Unmatched Legends. Now, if you don't know Unmatched Legends, it's a pretty cool game. You can get this base box. I can't remember who the base box comes with. It's like Medusa, Merlin. I don't know if Robin Hood comes in the base. There's a few guys like that, and Sinbad, something like that. It's these legends like Bruce Lee and Bigfoot and Godzilla and dinosaurs, or just everything. All these movie legends. So, I'm sorry. What it is you get these little minis, and each of these legends have cards associated with them, and they all have these sidekicks, except apparently for Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee doesn't need a sidekick, but we didn't play with Bruce, so we don't know. And you have this a small board that has all these circles on it. You move your minis around, and it's a skirmish game, and you're just basically trying to take each other out. So and everybody has different special abilities, and it's basically a whole game about maneuvering yourself on this very simple board, playing cards that have abilities from your hands to affect your character and tell them what to do. So you control your little mini on the board with the cards you play. It seems really cool, actually. I'm sold. If I can get my hands on a copy, I will get a copy. But I did not.
We'll try it tomorrow morning.
We will try it tomorrow morning. Brittany's on the hunt because she's small and she's wily. She can get through cracks, but no running.
There's only a couple.
Yeah, there's only a few, so it's not very good.
No.
So again,
well, it's good for them because they're selling out.
Yeah, if you guys are at Gen Con tomorrow, if you would kindly get out of the way and just let Brittany go through.
Yeah, if you see me, just move to the side.
That would be great.
My elbows might come out. Mean, angry Brittany
so we really want to get Unmatched Legends. We like the game. It seems really cool. And the expansions for the game is you can buy Bruce Lee, and then you can buy like Bigfoot, and you can buy the Dinosaurs versus Scientists packs, and then you can combine them in different ways. So you can have Bruce Lee fighting Bigfoot, or Robin Hood fighting Medusa, or whatever you want. And it's kind of cool. You can mix and match them, and then they also have some of them. I don't know. Some of them or all of them have boards that are specific to them. So like Medusa has a board that she's plays better on. Unmatched Legends by Restoration Games seems really cool. The artwork is amazing. I love the artwork. The artwork's done by Mondo. Beautiful. Then after that, we headed over to Pandasaurus. Yeah, we wanted to check out Machi Koro Legacy. Did you get a chance to check out Mystery House? No, we see it. We walk past it. There's always people there. And that's the thing.
There were so many people around waiting for a demo. There wasn't enough time. We're going to try again tomorrow, though.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We asked for requests of what you guys thought were good things to go see. And they're all great requests. And our plan was we're just going to use this as a list of what to do. We did. We walked to all of them. And then it was just like, that was full. So we were like, oh, maybe we'll just listen. And then we're like, time's wasting. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. It's all like full, right? We couldn't. It was just too much.
There's a lot.
So we didn't get to most of them. So tomorrow we're gonna try again.
We're gonna try.
There's probably less people on Sunday. So
and we have less things to do tomorrow.
Yes.
That are like pre-planned and booked. So
yeah.
So we'll have more time to wait in lines.
But we got to Machi Koro, and so Machi Koro Legacy. Let me tell you. First
we were
off,
really excited to play it because we were so intrigued on how do you make this a legacy game.
And we like Machi Koro.
Yeah, I do. I like
it. And but mind you, we've only played the base Machi Koro. I prefer space based, but I heard Machi Koro gets better if you buy expansion packs. We've never done that. But so Machi Koro Legacy, interesting thing. Doesn't seem very legacy-ish. Like
sounds like a campaign.
Yeah, it feels more like a campaign because you basically play Machi Koro Legacy. Not a whole lot's changed. I think the rules in the beginning were exactly the same, actually. Yeah.
And maybe we should start with, for those who maybe don't know what a legacy game is, legacy games are, you basically play it once or just a few times. You're ripping up cards with your players.
Well, you're making permanent changes.
Permanent changes with the board, whereas this one didn't feel that way. It just felt like a continuation or a campaign where you could continue to play in different levels.
So it had a campaign setup where your board, you can get some buildings that will permanently stay with you when you go from round to round, but most of them you kind of give back, right?
Like-ish, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like an in-between.
Is it? Yeah. Anyways.
That's not coffee. No, it's not coffee today.
It's, what is it?
It's Coca-Cola.
Chilled coffee. Anyways.
Bubbles.
So, yeah. So we played it. The guy who taught it was great. He was on the ball, unlike the girl who taught us this.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, he was on the ball. He was good. He was excited. He was into it. But yeah, it wasn't. You know what? I'm still gonna get it. I'm still gonna get Machi Koro Legacy. I still want to try it out. And the legacy aspects of it is they have a story attached to it at some point. And as you go through from chapter to chapter, there's a story. But in all honesty, who really cares about the story from Machi Koro? I don't. You might. I don't. I don't really care.
I kind of do.
It's just such a simple
though.
like.
I like it.
I like stories, but Machi Koro doesn't.
But it's cutesy.
Anyways, so you have these things. I think the winner of the round before gets to choose. You'll have a choice of some buildings. They'll have some, and the buildings are either like these good buildings. It's two-sided cards. So on one side, it's got a building that'll basically help everybody. On the other side, it's got a building that'll basically screw everybody. So it's and so they get to choose how they want it to go. So the winner kind of gets to sculpt the buildings that become available in Machi Koro for the other players to buy, which is cool. And they have these things where you can write on the corner of the card, or you name on your tableau, you can name your city or whatever it is you're building. But they also recommended that just use dry erase markers, just use removable stickers, so you can just replay the game over and over again. These are great ideas. But like I said, it didn't really feel like a Machi Koro legacy. It felt like more a Machi Koro campaign. Although
for the demo, because we haven't played the full game, so this is not a review.
No.
Just to be clear.
And
we have to play
and the guy,
through.
We asked him more questions, and he didn't have answers because he didn't play.
He hasn't played it yet either.
And that's the tricky thing, that if there's more legacy to it, it's kind of sometimes hard to describe them without ruining the legacy aspect of it. So that was it. But yeah,
we're still gonna try it.
We're still gonna try it. You have to every player has to have 3 landmarks they need to fill, as in regular Machi Koro, and then there's a community project where everybody has to pay 20 coins into, and whoever finishes their projects and helps the community first, that ends the round and they win that round. So that's it for Machi Koro Legacy. I am intrigued, but it's more of like, do you want a campaign version of basic Machi Koro, like vanilla Machi Koro? Do you want to? And
that was our understanding of it.
Yeah, so if you want a campaign of that, then pick up Machi Koro Legacy.
If you like Machi Koro, you'll probably like
Machi Koro. It's available now.
Legacy.
Well, it's available at the show now, at least.
It launched. My understanding is it launched at the show, so you could buy it at the show, and then it hits retailers. Is my understanding.
It must hit retailers soon.
In September or something like that. So soon.
And then we went to Bicycle. Now, for me, this was a little less exciting. It's just because Bicycle. Like I hear Bicycle, I think the cards. And if you know the Bicycle playing cards, they're getting into like a little more.
Party games.
They're getting into party games. So they got one game that was called Blunder Bluff. Now, of all the demos we had there at Bicycle, I like Blunder Bluff the best. So if you're into party games, check out Bicycle. Now, Blunder Bluff in short, and Brittany will describe the next one.
I feel like it kind of reminded me of Fog of Love a little bit. Well,
no, not at all.
Well, like with the testing.
I'm retracting the statement for her. It's nothing like Fog of Love. It's a trivia question where Brittany will read a question.
That's more accurate.
And it says, like, Brittany reads a question and it's like, if I found a puppy, what would I do? And then she reads the 3 answers. Do I kick the puppy across the street? It's nothing exciting like that. They're all like possibles. Like, do I take the puppy home? Do I try to find it? Whatever. And it's questions like that. So there's 3 of them, and then everybody gets to guess A, B, or C, but you bid. So you realize, I'm going to guess she said A, and I'm going to bid 15 points on it. And then if I'm right, I get 15 points. If I'm wrong, I lose 15 points. And that's it. And then there's a chart of points. If you reach the top, first person to reach the top wins. So that's it. That's the basic of the game. And that was okay. Is it a game I'm going to get? Probably not. It's just really simple. It seems okay if you're into trivia games like that, like really simple trivia games.
I like it.
And you want to get it to, I don't know, like your parents or your kids or anybody who's not really into board games, but they like doing social things. Check this out. And then we did Tattoo Stories, also from Bicycle. You want to talk some about Tattoo Stories?
Yeah. So my understanding of the game is basically it's the idea is someone walks into a tattoo parlor and they're like, these are the 5 things that I like, and it's your job as the tattoo artist to then draw something that has all the 5 components in it. And you have 3 minutes to make a drawing, and then basically you put it down and they get to pick which drawing that they like the best. So
we also have to sell it in like a story.
Yeah,
so
you
it's
have
like
to sell it in a story. It's different.
It's okay. I don't really care.
If you like drawing games, then you might like it.
I guess I don't really care about games where it's my ability to tell an amusing story that kind of wins them over.
It's not your jam, but it's other people's jam.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's something I prefer heavier games, and I did say I'm going to try party games, more party games, but
I actually do think it would be fun with the right crowd of people. Who maybe aren't hardcore gamers, or maybe there's young people.
Like it's something we might try with Brittany's parents. The Dragon Ball Z miniatures game. I didn't even know there was a Dragon Ball Z miniatures game.
Me either. I missed that one.
I could have spent the entire day at SEMA.
GenCon is so big that we walked down an aisle today that we had never walked down before.
Yeah, but we've been at SEMA. But there's so many people there. I can't even see what's on the tables unless I walk right up to them.
It's crazy busy.
Because they have a bunch of tables and there's people all standing around them and there's just heads. But we're going to get to some CMON stuff because we did do CMON. So we're saving the best for last. Oh, now we're here. Wait, we're at the end.
We're at CMON.
We're at CMON.
No, come on.
Come on. It's going to take some time to get used to that.
It's going to take time.
Trudvang. My wife's wine club for those party games. Yes.
Okay, so then
exactly, your wife's wine club. They would love it.
They would love it. Like, I think it would be fun with the right crowd.
We didn't get to play Trudvang again.
No.
I wouldn't mind, just because, I definitely want to, but just because I want to play something else. And it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough time.
But, great thing about Trudvang. So we put out our contest for Trudvang. Yeah, I could spend 3 days at the CMON booth.
Going through all the different demos.
Because like they've God of War. I want to try God of War. They have the Bloodborne. I want to try that. They've got Cthulhu Death May Die. I want to try that.
They had Foodies, which we tried yesterday.
Yeah, so you tried that. And I like to play Trudvang.
And then there was another one.
Those other three I mentioned?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to... Oh, Songs of Fire and Ice.
Songs of Fire and Ice.
That one's too big. I don't know if I'm ready for that one. And... So those 3 I mentioned, Bloodborne, God of War, and Cthulhu, I want to play all those. And I could spend all day at SEMA just playing their games. But I always felt like there's got to be something else here and I'm missing out. I've got serious FOMO at this convention. And then it's one of those things where I'm like, I want to do everything and I'm going to end up doing nothing. Right? It's like I want it all, but I'm losing it. I can't hold it all. I can't. It's just a mess. I kicked the
Okay, so let's get into it.
So yeah.
What happened today?
So...
Exciting stuff.
The Trudvang thing. Yeah, we filmed our Trudvang video with Eric Lang.
Oh!
But he's very excited.
He is so nice.
Eric Lang is a cool man.
Oh my gosh.
I like to Eric the Man Lang. Anyways.
Very cool.
He's great. And also Fabio Tallo.
Yes.
Fabio Tallo is another designer on Trudvang.
On Trudvang, yeah.
And
he joined us for the conversation as well, so that was surprising, very exciting.
Yeah, both those guys are great. So check out our video. And,
it's on YouTube right now.
Yep.
It went live today.
It's also on our Instagram, but you have to enter on the YouTube channel.
YouTube. So make sure that you're subscribed to our channel.
And keep in mind, you're not going to get Trudvang in for like a year.
Yeah, it's Kickstarter. We don't have it either. So it's Kickstarter. You'll get it when it's funded.
Yeah. So, but the contest like ends in like on the 11th, 12th, something. We announce a winner on the 11th.
It's 11 days from today.
Oh yeah. No, but I'm saying when our contest ends.
Oh, our
contest ends on like the 11th or the 12th or something like that.
Yes.
So that's when we're going to announce the winner. So if you didn't win, you'll still get a chance to get back in there and get in your pledge. So we're good.
I was going to get the date. Just go.
So anyways, so that was that, and that was good. Eric, you're awesome. If you're watching this, love you, brother. You're great.
And so is Fabio.
And Fabio's fabulous.
Okay, so the winner will be announced on August 12th, and their Kickstarter, I believe, either ends August 12th or stops on August 13th. Just as an FYI.
All right, and
go check it out.
Fabio's got a deep voice. Like when he says Trudvang,
you just want to play.
Feel it. Like, he's this tall man, And he says Truth
There's
Bang.
a Brazilian accent.
But it's like so. It's like, I can't even get my voice as deep as his, and that's his normal voice. It's like Truth Bang.
Like, yes.
Sounds like a true Viking. Anyways, so that's going out. So if you guys got Truth Bang's a great game. If you get a chance to get it free, go. Like go get it. It's like enter the contest. It's gonna be awesome. It's a great game from what I played so far. Loved it. I would have liked it more. If Brittany didn't kill us, it would have been better, but she did.
Gotta take risks in life.
We saw Ankh. Now I've got questions about Ankh, which I will ask tomorrow. But Ankh looks beautiful. You can't touch it. It's behind glass.
It's behind glass. It's just like it's up there.
Yeah, it's up.
Everyone's like, oh, it's beautiful.
And that was day one, right? What day one? What was day one?
What was day one?
I think I missed something.
That we saw Ankh? No, that was today.
We just saw Ankh now.
Well, we probably walked by it.
It's possible.
You know what? I think we did do an Instagram story of the case, but didn't really focus on it.
Oh. Yeah, the minis of Ankh, holy crap.
Beautiful.
They're taking it to the next level. Like, they look wicked. Beautiful. And, say Truth Bang kill? Oh, yeah, that was day one. Day one was their Truth Bang kill.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, that was, yeah. Oops.
I'm not going to let her live that down. Anyways, the Ankh minis, they're fabulous. They're so much. I'm going to love doing that unboxing. I'm going all in. I don't even know what it is. I'm in. It's part 3 of like the whole Blood Rage Rising Sun Ankh, right? It finishes the trilogy. That's enough.
You don't have enough words.
I'm sold. I don't. Like I'm in. So next thing is let's see what order. Oh, one last thing. This is our last thing. Our last thing of the day. The last thing.
Went out with
is
a bang.
The Tebaru. You know what? We should have got some clarification on how to say that.
Tebaru.
So, Tebaru?
That's what they were saying. Tebaru.
Brittany's on it.
Yeah.
The Tebaru. Now, if you don't know what the Tebaru is, it's the future, man.
It is not a digital video game.
It's this thing. Like, go check it out. Go Google it. Watch their video. Their video is awesome. And not right now, but it's basically this pad that folds out, and it's got a little kind of like computer brain, mother brain on the edge.
Yeah, it feels like a board game.
Yeah, it just feels like a piece of cardboard.
Like a regular board.
And basically what you do is they're releasing it on Kickstarter next year. And they're releasing it early next year, and they're hoping to get it out by the end of the year, which is great. And they're releasing it with, I said it was like Zombicide Vegas. Totally wrong. It was Zombicide Evolution. So we played that today. We played Zombicide Evolution on the Tebaru. Tebaru? Did I say that right? Tebaru.
Yeah.
And I liked it, man. I am sold. I am sold on this Tebaru thing. You know, at first, because you're used to playing board games normally, it might come off as just different and fidgety and those things, but it's just a new way. It only
takes a couple minutes.
Yeah, you just have to learn how to
register how to use the board.
And then you get into it like this. Like at first when they're like, oh yeah, if you want to shoot into this room, you take this little mini and you just tap in the room to say, I'm shooting in there. And then the computer knows. Is no support? Oh no, I missed that message.
Oh, they were worried about that there was going to be no support in the next few years.
Well, if
I didn't get that impression.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. Like it's my hope is that this we're gonna see a lot more Tebaru integration.
Yeah.
So because let me explain. Sorry, I didn't finish.
Explain the board and like how it works.
So they're releasing it with Zombicide Evolution. Oh, some of the promos showed like mini stories happening during the gameplay. Yes, we did. I love the stories.
It was awesome.
So I'll get to that.
They have voice actors and everything.
I'm gonna incorporate that into this in this description. So yeah, you take your Zombicide pieces, your boards, you put them on the Tebaru board, and then it knows. Yeah, so I had to just stop to read the comment. Yeah, so it knows where the tiles are. It knows what rooms you're in. And well, because you build it based on what it tells you, so it already knows the layout. So if you're building it right, it knows. but it tracks your little minis because there's these spots on each tile where when your mini walks in there, you just kind of like tap it and take it off just to make room for other
It's
people.
like a circular.
It's just a little circular like target.
And you just tap.
And you just go like boop, tap your mini, and you move your mini aside. It's on the same tile. It's just the reason you move it aside is just so other people can go boop and move it there too. So it's like the reader, and when they walk over, it makes like little sound effects, like somebody walking in there, which is neat.
Yeah.
If you when you go to open a door, you basically
it's the sounds of the doors opening.
But
too.
you have to like take your axe to it. If you try to, to open the door, it's like if you just take the door tile off, you have to attempt to like roll your axe to open it. But if you don't have the axe, like if you're not capable of opening
you don't have to roll your axe for it. You
don't
have
you
to roll
don't.
the dice for an
Not
axe.
for the axe, no,
but if you try to open it and you don't have a weapon,
well, that's right.
If you don't have a weapon that can actually open a door, you can't do it.
It'll tell you to put it back.
Put it back.
Put it back.
You don't have that option.
So
which
then
is cool.
you can, and then when you open the door, it'll tell you where to populate the zombies. So it's just like zombie here, zombie there, zombie. And they had this like iPad on the end, and it just lights up.
You can hear the zombies.
Yeah, there's a sound effect happening like all the time, which I'm sure you can turn off if you want. But we liked it.
We like it because when we played Zombicide before, we used to listen to like zombie
sound effects from YouTube. Yeah, and
so to us, it's really cool because it's interacting with our gameplay.
So when you shoot into a room, you pick up the dice, and the dice they're bigger than normal dice because they got all this like computer magic in there, and you pick them up and you shake them. You have to shake them, and you can apparently you can set the sensitivity. You have to shake them, and once you do, they show up on the main screen. Basically, it walks you through it. So what's great about this, it's like a tutorial, where just like a video game tutorial, right? So it teaches you the game step by step, like do this, do this, do this.
When you're first
and
starting,
it clearly shows you everything on the screen, right? So it's like when you have to roll dice, it'll show you like the two dice on the screen. So you're like, oh, two dice, or one dice if you have to pick up one die. And then you pick it up, and once you pick it up, you start shaking it. It registers that you're shaking it, and it changes color. At that point, you can roll it. And when you roll it, it knows. That would be good. If Manchester Madness updated, I'm pretty sure if this does well, they'll go back and retrofit some of their old games. So yeah, you roll the die, and it knows what came up, and if it's a successful hit, it'll do the math for you. It'll be like kill 3 zombies, kill 1 zombie. You killed that zombie, you didn't kill any zombie.
Yeah, so and you know to take the zombies off that board.
And that's really cool. Now my favorite part. Oh, now this is the cool part. So it does all those automated things, which is neat. And now my favorite part is you walk into a room and you trigger a story, right? So, and it's like this comic book art style. It's a great art style, but I loved it. It looks great. And it's fully voice acted, and they've got like, it's just still images, but they're kind of like, they're not like animated. Well, they're like parallaxing, these still images. They're doing really cool like fades and like this kind of thing. And as they tell you the story, brilliant voice acting. It's the guy that does, in the demo we had, the guy that does the voice for Bender. He did the voice of Nick, which is the character in the story.
Really good job.
And that was the great thing. It's like we're walking across. Oh, this is the best thing. This is the best thing. No, this is the best. It connects. Is when you play Zombicide, you know what your mission is. Go get this and this and that and the other thing. And there's the mystery of like, we don't know which tile it's under. But this is even better because you go in and you don't know what's going on, so you're just kind of exploring. So you walk in and you hear screams because as soon as you enter a room, it triggers like this
scenario.
This cinematic scene where you hear some guy's like being hung up. He's like fell into a trap. He's hung up by his feet, and the zombies are trying to get him, and he's like, "Help me! Get me out of here!" And he's yelling at the zombies. So you're trying to fight your way to him. And then when you get to him, you kill all the zombies. He knows all the zombies are dead, so the story changes, and he's like, "Save me! Like, get me out of here!" And then you save him, and then he becomes a character for you. But not that you play with. He just becomes another mini that's like AI controlled. So then he's like, "Hey, and you guys give me? Can you guys give me a shotgun?" And then it shows up on everybody's board. Like I was the only one that had a shotgun, so I was the one that had the option. Do I give him my shotgun? So, but this gave the group an opportunity to be like, should we give him a shotgun? Should we not give him a shotgun? I don't know. I was like, I don't know who this guy is. I'm not giving him a shotgun. Screw him. Click. Done. No shotgun for him. And then they cut to a cinematic where he's like, blah, blah, blah. They don't trust me. Didn't give me a shotgun. It was great. It was I loved it. It was written well. It was acted well. And then, so he takes off.
Yeah.
And it was great because the choices you make change the outcome of what happens, right? So yeah, I didn't give him my shotgun because I was like, no, I want my shotgun. I want to shoot people. I don't know who you are. I don't know what this deal with this game is. So and
it's really
yeah,
cool.
it is really cool. So then he takes off, and then we keep playing. We're fighting zombies. We're doing thing, and then he shows up again. There's this door opens up, and he shows up when we enter this one room, and he comes through, and he's like, "Yeah, I found the power to the door, so we can get out of here, but." Since I didn't have a shotgun, I had to run through, and basically
so the story changes.
The story
on
changed
your decisions.
because, and we were told because the person who was giving us the demo told us that basically if I did decide to give him the gun, and when he showed up, he would have been able to fight off the zombies, and he would have brought back a whole bunch of goodies for us to choose from.
Yeah. And just so that you know, this demo was created for the purposes of the demo at GenCon. So we don't actually know if that's going to be the gameplay for the game on the Kickstarter in 2020.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of, even if we ruined one thing, there's going to be like tons of scenarios to choose from.
Just to note.
But the good thing is it's going to be branching paths, right? And
it's cool.
So you can go back and play it again.
And it will change.
And it's great because it comes to your tableau, and your tableau, your little phone, is where you keep all your weapons. So when I went in there and you search a room, you just pick up your mini, and to search, if you have no weapon selector or anything, you pick up your weapon, your mini, and you just tap the room with it, and it's like searches the room, and it says, hey, you found this, and it automatically puts it in front of you, and you get to do what you want. Put it in your backpack, put it in your hand, whatever you want to do with it, right?
Did we mention the fact that you can use your... It's basically you can use your smartphone.
Yeah, your smartphone,
so
is your tableau.
Is your character card.
Your tableau.
Your tableau.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's also like an iPad, or it could be your TV.
So and when you trade with people, it's all done through that. So if I wanted to trade Brittany's character, if we're in the same space, because it tracks where you are, so it knows we're in the same space.
It's cool.
And I can do a trade. Then I drag it from my bag onto my screen. She sees it pop up on hers, and she can drag it and put it in her bag.
And one thing to mention, that if you don't have 4 cell phones, that's okay.
Oh yeah, that was
cool.
You
can either use one cell phone and it will go around the group, which is really cool, or you can connect it, my understanding was, to a computer or an iPad or what other thing that you had. But if you only have one, that's okay. That works, which I thought was really cool.
Connecting to a computer was if you wanted the story
screen
parts,
okay,
the control portion, the AI that tells you what to do. If you wanted that, then you could put it on a bigger screen. But yeah, you could use one phone and just pass it around, because when you're done your turn, there's a ready button. So when you're ready to take your turn, just hit ready and you're done. So you could pass it around. So I thought that was really cool. I'm totally on board with this. And
I'm really excited for the Kickstarter. It was just a very different experience that allowed you to get really into the theme of the board game.
And they're trying to do a price point on this that's like
somewhat accessible.
It's like $200 for, I think it's for the system and the game.
Yeah, under $200.
Under $200 for the Kickstarter. And
so you get the base game, then you would have...
Might sound, it might sound like a lot, because $200 for a board game, bah! But the idea is, right, the way I look at it is, I buy a console for like $400 or $500, like a video game console, and then every game I buy is like anywhere from $60 to $80. That's a lot like this. I buy this panel for $100, and then the games are like $100 or whatever, or $60, whatever you buy later. Seems very comparable.
Yeah.
And so I'm totally on board with this, and I hope it catches on. Like I want this to. For those of you who stuck with us, thank you through our problems, through our technical issues. Yeah, your characters, they got kind of that amiibo thing where they have they have the little magnet in the bottom of them, and how can I say this? The info they need, the chip that records all the information, is at the bottom of the mini. So you can, unlike other Zombicide games where it's just like a one and done mission and you just move on to the next and everything resets to 0, this time your character's evolution carries through with you on the mini. So how you increase your character, apparently they have a point system thing where you can spend points to upgrade your character based on what you did in the game before. That's awesome. And they're gonna have some sort of setup where, if you want, again, like amiibos, I can take my character to somebody else's house and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Zombicide with you, but I'm gonna bring my character that is a little more experienced, and we're gonna be like, bam, we're gonna play with him. And we were talking to them, and they're gonna be looking into the whole like multi profiles.
They're gonna consider it.
Yeah, they're looking
They're
into
gonna have
multi
a
profiles,
conversation about it.
which is
they don't know what the future looks like.
Yeah, well, because they're still working on it. It's still early, but that's
this
exciting.
This was a prototype and a demo, so we need to be mindful of that.
And
but it was still amazing.
So I'm on board. Now I think that's it. It's sad that it cut out just
at the end.
Just at the end.
But for those of you who maybe don't play a lot of heavy games, this will allow you to have a lot more easy access to those heavy games and get into it a little more.
We did get one cool thing.
Oh yeah.
We got, I don't know if you can see it because of the light. It's a bullet and it says Zombicide on it, except there you go. It's got the Zombicide logo.
And we got.
But hold on, I'm not done with this before you show that.
Sorry.
And this bullet is a USB key that's got Tebaru secrets on it.
Yay. I thought that was pretty.
Very exciting. And then we also got.
I gotta bring it off.
I got this one. I got this one right here. We also got this Zombicide pin.
And I really like pins.
She does.
So as soon as they were like, "Would you like a pin?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
So I want to find out what's in the bullet. that's what I want to know.
Yeah, so we'll find out.
So that's cool. Anyways.
So now we are off to the Secret Cabal event tonight. So we're gonna go hang out with those guys and some other YouTubers and Cabalists and just hang out and have a couple drinks and maybe get some dinner.
Oh, one question about the con before you guys sign off. Okay,
yeah,
sure. What is the question?
Bring it on.
It's not a fight. Bring it.
We love you. We're here. Enjoying our drink.
We'll just keep talking.
We appreciate our fans. Thank you so much for tuning in on your Saturday night. Like, we really appreciate you, and thanks for spending it with us.
Oh, and if you notice, we didn't buy anything today. Our funds are unlimited. But we are hoping to get Unmatched.
Well, I mean, we were in a lot of demos today.
Yeah, we were. We are hoping to get Unmatched. So that's great.
And mainly our afternoon was around bringing that contest and giveaway for you.
Oh, I got a 4-day pass for next year. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, Hitch misses you. That's our dog.
Hitch is our dog.
Thanks a lot for your patience and time answering our questions. Oh, what should I plan for Saturday?
You mean for Sunday tomorrow?
No, Saturday. You say this is next year?
Oh, you have a 4-day
pass for next year.
Oh.
Is that what you're saying? Is that right? Just give me a yes if it's a 4-day pass for next year. Hold on, I can see if I can bring those questions back up.
Oh,
let me see. I got a 4-day pass for next year. Yes. What should I plan for on Saturday?
Okay, so the thing with GenCon. Oh.
I don't do well with huge crowds.
Oh, well, maybe Thursday would be better for you then.
Thursday, yeah. If you don't do well with huge crowds.
Saturday is really busy.
Okay, best bet for you is do not go there before the doors open. Wait, because that's wait a little bit. The worst. Yeah. And so if you get there 10:30, 11,
the crowds are massive.
You're gonna miss out on any craziness to get the exclusive.
Actually, if you want to know what the crowds look like, Blue Peg, Pink Peg shared on social media the other day. I think on Twitter or Instagram. One of those. Check them out. They actually have a picture of all the sea of heads that were waiting to get inside. So if you don't like crowds, wait until about 10:30 and come in. Yeah, because the doors open at 10. Yeah, and then everyone kind of funnels through. Yeah. And then you can go in because it's a little more dispersed. Yeah. And it's actually, I find it busier along the perimeter. Yeah, but if you go on the insides and kind of go through the aisles. Yeah, and if you want to cut across, go to the back to where the artist alley is. There's less people there, so you can just cut across that there. And I find the morning is super intense with a lot of crowds, but then it kind of dies off a little bit. Everyone kind of spreads out and they go to their events. The thing with GenCon is there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of events that you can do throughout the day. So if you're going next year, check out the events. Board Game Geek actually does a preview and has a whole bunch of events in advance, and same with the GenCon website that you can check out. You can actually sign up for events in advance, and some of those events are actually demos of games, so you actually don't have to wait in line. So for instance, tomorrow we're going to the Funkoverse because we signed up for an event to actually have a demo, and we didn't have to pay for that event. It was a free event. So we're going to be doing that tomorrow.
Yeah,
but that's an example of things you can do.
You'll hear a lot of terms like tickets sold out, but the tickets cost $0.
Yeah. So if you're going on the Saturday, just make sure that in advance you kind of take a look at and see what's going on that Saturday. Even like Come On Games, they had a whole bunch of events just for the Saturday that they were demoing different games that you could sign up for, and they were really good too. That you could just kind of go and see which game you might like, and just stand there and wait for the next demo to come.
Have you both done GenCon or Origins?
We did Origins back in June.
I can get that back. I can get that message back. There you go. Have you done both GenCon and Origins? Yeah, we just did Origins last time. If so, which one do you prefer?
I think they are very different. They have very different vibes. So depending on what you're looking for.
Thanks, Andrew.
So Origins was very much a slower pace, less crowds. It was about 18,000 or 20,000 people, so it's a lot
still
less.
Busy.
Still very busy, but you could demo a lot more games because there wasn't as big as
it's easier to demo games there for sure.
And there was a lot more people I personally found like playing board games around the area and trying different foods and playing board games at like the different food places and restaurants. So if you're going to play games, Origins I really enjoyed because I feel like we built a lot of relationships through Origins. But GenCon, if you're going to have like new releases for the next year, then GenCon is where you want to go because they're releasing a whole bunch of brand new games, and you can jump on that.
Short answer, Origins is a lot more laid back.
It's more chill.
You go there to play games.
Whereas GenCon,
you go there for the exclusives, right? Yeah. GenCon's everybody's like, just line up for the exclusives. If you like lineups, GenCon for sure.
Well,
if you like
to be fair, there were lineups, but we were able to get into.
No, there's lineups for things if you want to buy them.
Oh yeah, and I mean like these lineups.
You can just avoid them if you don't want to buy them.
So 10 a.m. the doors open, and at 10:01 the lineups are already wrapping around because there's limited editions of certain things that have just launched. So it depends on
if you have
a
pass.
What's your jam?
Get your pass as early as possible.
Don't waste your time in line. Get them as early as possible.
It's a little different for us because we got media passes, so we go to a media room and there's like nobody there, so we just get our media passes. But the will call line is ridiculous.
Tournaments are really cool too.
Yeah.
So I hope that answered your question on what you think you might like to do on the Saturday, and for those who might be interested in going Origins or GenCon.
Yeah, and you are lucky. Origins is a great.
Origins, we really loved Origins.
We will be there next year for sure.
We built so many relationships from there. Thursday, but I'm going Bay.
Yeah. Well, Thursday is great. You know what? If there's any limited things you can get on Thursday, go Thursday because it's the slowest day. Yeah. So like we got all our stuff on Thursday, and the other days we were just like free.
Yeah, and a lot of the companies, and you know what? Depending on which day, they'll actually hold copies, but a lot of them were selling out on the Thursday, but they were holding certain amounts of copies for each day. So it doesn't matter which day you go, as long as you go early, you potentially could get what.
And there's some things that they'll announce, like Unmatched. Unmatched, am I right? Mm-hmm. Legends. They announced they did some. It just came out today, like on Saturday is when they started selling them. So you couldn't get them yesterday or Thursday. But in a lot of cases, yeah, if you want stuff, go Thursday.
I thought their system was really good. So a lot of the places you're kind of waiting in line, and those lines intersect with the halls.
Restoration
games.
Games.
So you're getting people walking through, and people are losing their spot, and they've been waiting in line for a long time. But they did such a good job where if you're waiting in line, they'll hand you a ticket, and they're like, "This is all we have for this morning."
Yeah, if they have 20 copies, they have 20 tickets.
People will definitely get their ticket regardless
and
if
then
they lose their spot in line. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's really crappy to wait in line
and then find out. Yeah, so kudos to you guys for doing that.
Okay, so that's it.
Okay.
We are going to go hang out with the Secret Cabal and whoever else may be there. The Cabalists,
etc. Super fans.
We are there. So, we're going. Love you guys.
So,
thank
you for tuning in on Saturday. Cheers to you. Our next drink will be for you guys. And thanks so much for spending your Saturday night with us for 45 minutes, it looks like. So,
thanks, guys. We will enjoy. See ya.